But before you click away, there's one more layer to this that most people completely miss. Because learning how to read others is powerful, but learning how others read you, that changes everything. Truth 13. You are being judged just as fast as you judge others. Every time you walk into a room, someone is forming an opinion about you in seconds. Not in a bad way, just the way human brains work. Before you even speak, they've noticed your posture, your facial expression, the way you move, the energy you carry. And just like you, they're asking themselves, can I trust this person? Are they confident? Do I feel comfortable around them? Here's the interesting part. You don't need to be perfect, but you do need to be consistent, because people trust consistency more than perfection. If your words say one thing, but your body says something else, your body wins every time. That's why someone can say, I'm really confident, but if they avoid eye contact, speak hesitantly, and shrink their posture, nobody believes them. Not consciously, but instinctively, because your brain is wired to detect mismatches, and mismatches create doubt. So if you want people to trust you faster, don't try to impress them. Just align what you say with how you show up. That alone puts you ahead of most people. Truth 14. Confidence isn't loud, it's stable. A lot of people think confidence means being outgoing, talkative, or dominant. It doesn't. Real confidence is quiet. It's steady. It doesn't need to prove itself. Think about the difference. Someone who constantly interrupts, talks over others, and tries to control the conversation, that's not confidence. That's insecurity trying to look strong. Now compare that to someone who listens fully, speaks clearly, and doesn't rush to fill silence. They're calm, grounded, present. That's confidence. And here's something subtle but important. People don't trust intensity. They trust stability. So when you meet someone, ask yourself, do they feel grounded, or do they feel like they're performing? Because performance fades, but presence stays. Truth 15. Your gut feeling is fast, but it's not always right. Now, this is where things get interesting. We've talked about how powerful your instincts are, but instincts aren't perfect. Sometimes that bad vibe you feel, it's not about them. It's about you, your past experiences, your fears, your biases. Maybe someone reminds you of a person who hurt you. Same tone of voice, same energy. So your brain goes, danger, even if this new person has done nothing wrong. This is called projection, and it happens way more than people realize. So here's a simple rule. Trust your gut, but verify it with time. First impressions are clues, not conclusions. The people who are best at reading others don't rush to judge. They observe, they adjust, they stay curious. Because sometimes the person who feels off at first turns out to be the most genuine one. And sometimes the person who feels amazing instantly was just really good at making first impressions. Truth 16. The biggest red flags are often the quiet ones. Everyone knows the obvious red flags: rudeness, arrogance, disrespect. Those are easy to spot. But the dangerous ones, they're subtle. They hide in small behaviors, like inconsistency. Someone who's warm one day and cold the next. Someone who says all the right things but never follows through. Or someone who mirrors you perfectly, almost too perfectly. Likes everything you like, agrees with everything you say. At first it feels great, but over time it feels off. Because real people have differences, opinions, edges. Perfection can be a mask. So instead of asking, do I like this person? Try asking, do they feel real? That question will tell you a lot more. Truth 18. People reveal themselves over patterns, not moments. A single interaction can be misleading. Anyone can have a bad day. Anyone can have a great day. But patterns don't lie. If someone consistently shows up late, breaks small promises, avoids accountability, talks badly about others, that's not random. That's who they are. On the flip side, if someone consistently keeps their word, respects your time, listens when you speak, owns their mistakes, that's not luck. That's character. So don't overanalyze one moment. Zoom out. Watch the pattern. That's where the truth lives. Truth 18. The strongest signal is how you feel after interacting with them. This might be the simplest test of all. After you spend time with someone, pause and ask yourself, do I feel lighter or heavier? More energized or drained? More like myself or less? Because your body keeps score, even when your mind is confused. Some people leave you feeling clear, calm, and understood. Others leave you second-guessing yourself, replaying conversations, feeling tense for no clear reason. That's information. Not drama, not overthinking. Information. And once you start paying attention to that feeling, you'll start making better decisions about who you let into your life. And here's the final thing I want you to remember. Reading people in 10 seconds is a skill, but understanding people takes time. Don't use these tools to judge faster. Use them to see clearer. Because at the end of the day, this isn't about labeling people as good or bad. It's about protecting your energy, choosing better connections, and building relationships that actually feel real. Because the right people, you don't have to decode them constantly. You don't have to question everything they say. You don't have to analyze every look, every word, every action. With the right people, things feel simple. Not perfect, but honest. And in a world full of noise, signals, and mixed messages, honesty is rare. So learn to read people. But more importantly, learn to choose them wisely.